Welcome back to City Life. With so many roads and Christchurch damaged because of the earthquakes, driving is becoming quite a hassle. So we've got Duncan from the Institute of Advanced Motorists on the program to talk about driving.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
All right. Now tell me about the Institute of Advanced Motorists.
Okay, so the Institute of Advanced Motorists is a non-profit making organisation that's really all about road safety. It first came to New Zealand in the late 50s by a guy who was a graduate of the police driving school in the UK, and he'd undergone some intense training to reduce accidents with police drivers, and they found that by teaching them the system of vehicle control that accidents had plummeted with police drivers, and so the UK government had decided to make this system available to everybody, and so the Institute of Advanced Motorists was kind of born out of that. And this guy came over from the UK to New Zealand and found that the standard of driving over here wasn't that fantastic, and so he started the institute over here. Okay.
All right, and you've got some books with you. Tell me about this one here, the Essential Police Driver's Handbook.
Okay, so this is Roadcraft, the Essential Police Driver's Handbook. This is basically our Bible, if you will, and this is what sets the standard for safe driving, and it's actually used around the world by most emergency service organisations, so the police, the ambulance, the fire brigade, all like I say, all around the world. And it's the book that you go to if you're not sure how to do something in a safe and appropriate manner.
Okay, and the other one there?
So that's basically the same book, but for motorcyclists.
All right.
Yeah. So
this is what you teach. You teach people how to drive safely using a police driver's handbook.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Oh. It's the IAM is a voluntary organisation, so it's made up of people from all walks of life. I am actually a professional driving instructor, but we've got ambulance drivers, police drivers, and just people who love to ride or drive safely on the roads.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's a voluntary thing, so we give our time. For free and train people to be better drivers.
You train people for free?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Wow, pretty much.
Yeah.
Tell me about the Canterbury group.
Okay, so the Canterbury group, we're just trying to revitalise the Canterbury group. I've been involved with them for about the last 18 months, and we're just at a stage now where we've got a good core group of highly motivated people, like I say, from all walks of life, who really want to promote road safety in the region. And so we're meeting every last Tuesday of the month at the Papanui Club on Sawyers Arms Road, 7 p.m. And we just want to invite anybody along. You can come along as well. Find out what we're all about. And yeah, if you're interested in road safety at all, then just come along.
Tell me about system of vehicle control.
Okay, so the system of vehicle control is the system, the drill that you apply whenever there's a hazard on the road. So a hazard is anything that might cause you to change speed or direction, or do both, because there's harm on the road, or something that could potentially harm you. So it means that if you utilise the system, you're always in the right gear, at the right speed, in the right place on the road, and at the right time. And it's basically got 5 phases to it. So the phase that runs through the whole of the system is the information phase. So we take information. So first of all, we take information by scanning the road ahead, scanning the road to our sides and behind us, and we look for potential kind of triggers, if you will, or clues that might tell us or warn us that something bad might happen to us. So, for example, brake lights going on in the distance, or a car coming up to a stop line or a give-way line too quickly and hasn't looked, that kind of thing. So we look for those clues. We also, with the information phase, we then analyse that information that we've got and decide kind of prioritise it. What do we need to deal with? What don't we deal with? And then we give information. So we might use our brake lights or our indicators to let other people know what we're about to do.
Okay.
The next phase is the position phase. So we might change our position to be safer on the road. We then might change our speed, and then once we've changed our speed, change our gear appropriately to deal with the hazard. And then the final stage would be to, if we have changed any of those things, would be then to accelerate back up to normal driving speed so we can make progress and keep traffic flowing.
Okay, and finally, Canterbury roads, how should we be driving at the moment?
Okay, well, there's a few things that we need to be doing really on Canterbury roads. Probably the first thing is to plan our journey. It sounds really, really obvious, but you know, to maybe allow a bit of extra time on the roads, and maybe even don't make the journey if we don't have to. The roads are just horrendous in certain parts, so yeah, try and avoid those parts. You know, plan your route for the route of least resistance, if you will, or the best traffic flow. The next thing would be to scan the road ahead and to leave a safe following distance. Probably one of the biggest issues that I see around is people tailgating, and there's something called the 2-second rule that we're supposed to follow. Leave a 2-second safety cushion between us and the vehicle that we're following, so that if we do need to brake suddenly, we've got enough time to stop. And be aware of the road surfaces, you know, especially with all the potholes and the things that they're being filled now. You know, that's progressing quite quickly. So you might be driving down a road that's got gravel on one part of it, or a new seal of tyre on it, and then the other part of your car is maybe driving on an old road surface. So if you were to have to brake suddenly, you've got different amounts of friction on your wheels, and most people would maybe not even think about that kind of thing. So yeah, those would be some useful tips. And probably the final thing would be, watch the speed limit. You know, it's a limit, not a target. It's not something that we've got to get to as quickly as possible, or even brake, because the speed limits are there to keep us safe.
Okay. Finally, how can people get in touch with you?
Okay, so probably the easiest way is by email. We've got our email address would be canterburyiam@gmail.com, or they can go on Facebook and Facebook the Institute of Advanced Motorists New Zealand, and that's got our website details and the national office contact information.
Great. Duncan, thanks for coming on the program.
You're welcome. Thank you.